A Wednesday night hoops tripleheader is headed your way in a matter of hours. First, USC battles Ohio State, then second-ranked Michigan takes on Northwestern, and Penn State faces Washington out west. Our coverage begins with the tip-off show at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Rick Pizzo back with Andy Katz. Let's start at the beginning of the night. Ohio State, USC from Columbus. This game is simply massive for both teams and their NCAA tournament futures. They have a combined one quad one win between them. Ohio State doesn't have one, and this actually wouldn't even be one for the Buckeyes, but it would probably be a pretty damaging loss.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, USC's played better away from home than they have at the Galen Center. And, you know, the Galen Center does not have a great atmosphere. And so this USC team has sort of rallied when they've been on the road. You see there the one quad one win that was at Wisconsin, road win. I saw them beat Seton Hall and Maui, did beat Indiana at home. The schedule is going to be very difficult for them right now. As Mike has it, I agree with him. They're on the right side of the bubble. Chad Baker-Mazara's status unknown. He didn't play in the last game because of a knee injury that occurred in the Indiana win. The good news is Elijah Arenas has emerged. He's healthy, and he has been a go-to player. So they've been really fortunate to have sort of the baton pass to a go-to guy. As for Ohio State, Rick,
0-7, Andy. That's the key number here. That's why they're first four out against the quad one.
But you know what's funny? Remember when you just said you were kind of curious of the Michigan-Duke game in the middle of the Big Ten? Ohio State playing Virginia next week is a monster game.
Well, look at what you have left, Andy. You have 4 games against teams right now that are in the top 21 in the net, and 2 of those, Michigan State and Iowa, are on the road.
Yeah, so getting a chance to play Virginia on a neutral court is a kind of game that could get them on the right side of the bubble. But if you lose these home games, then it may not matter. But they have opportunities. And I'll tell you, from a macro kind of comment here, it just will be a shame if Bruce Thornton can't get into the tournament.
You want his career to end in the NCAA tournament.
He's been such a loyal player for Ohio State. He keeps coming back. And he's been everything for them during his career, multiple coaching changes, and he's stuck with Ohio State. It just would be nice for him to get a chance to play in the tournament.
All right, let's get to the middle game of our tripleheader. It's Michigan-Northwestern. We sat here last week, and when Northwestern was headed to Illinois, we thought to ourselves, this one could get ugly. You start to look at where these teams are right now in the matchup, and you start to think to yourself again, this one could get ugly.
Yeah, I'll be there tonight with Kevin Kugler and Jordan Taylor. And I talked to Greg Gard about, the only team to beat Michigan, how do you do it? And you got to make threes, and you got to try to draw Daimara out. That's the key. Can Northwestern do that? Probably not.
Oh, Jake West had a huge game last time out, career game. If he can hit threes like that, and Martinelli plays well,
but how are you drawing Mara out?
And Martinelli has been struggling lately for him. Big
he only had 4 against Illinois.
Yeah.
So basically, Northwestern's going to have to play a perfect game. I'm hoping, I don't know the answer to this, I hope that it's a great crowd because, as you know, I've covered many games where Northwestern's had a potential 1 or number 1 team in there, and it's been great atmosphere when it's packed. So I hope it's packed tonight, so at least we have this kind of atmosphere. But to take down Michigan, you got to have sort of the perfect, ingredients to work for you to pull it off.
Speaking of needing a great crowd, I think that probably applies to Maryland tonight. At home against Iowa, Buzz Williams felt compelled to actually kind of speak to the fan base recently, kind of explain why he thinks things aren't going the way that this fan base hoped it would go in year number 1. Now you're against an Iowa team that has ripped off 6 straight after losing 3 in a row during that really tough stretch in January. This, to me, is a pretty big ask, even coming off that win and that virtuoso performance from Diggy Coit.
Yeah, so obviously to win at Minnesota, you can now at least say, look, we stay the course. We have a chance to show you that we can win. And it was on the road. So that was massive for Maryland to have some confidence. There's no question that Iowa comes in as one of the hottest teams, not just in the Big Ten, but in the country. Bennett Sturtz has lived up to all the hype, and it'll be a tough ask for Maryland to defend him. But Iowa is sort of flying a little bit, I think, under the radar nationally as a team that certainly could do some damage in March.
Yeah, and much like Indiana, they're a team that some folks that don't follow the bracketology, wonder, is Iowa safely in? Are they on the bubble? They're not even close to the bubble. They're a single-digit seed right now. When you look at the schedule and what they have left, I think they probably, just like Indiana, stay there up until tournament time.